All right. I want to share with you from my monologue. Can you see what I see? The gift. My gift to all of you is to recognize health, wholeness, longevity. That's my gift to each and every one of you. And I have a list that I'm going to share with you as part of my gift of 12 bad foods. That's bad with a capital B. I pray that you do not eat any of these, let alone consume them in your body at any given time. Now, to begin with, get your pen and paper ready. My list includes wheat, barley, oats, rye, the bad grains. Yeah, I said that. The bad grains. And then there's oil in a bottle, meat that has nitrates in it. They're there to, quote, preserve it. Then there's the skin on the baked potato that I suggest you not eat. The skin of the yams, the sweet potatoes, and any carbonated beverage with a meal. I say don't drink it with a meal. Do not drink it with a meal. I don't care what the advertisement says about it. If it bubbles, if it's carbonated, whether it's Perrier or sparkling water, beer or club soda or even champagne, don't drink it with a meal. If it bubbles, don't drink it with a meal. And then there's the horrible duo, soy and corn. Because the majority of soy and corn that you're going to come in contact with is genetically modified organism, GMO with a capital exclamation after that. These foods are BAD, bad for the human body. And if you eat these foods, it's only a matter of time before the net negative results going to generate bad health, ill health. Your body's going to break down faster than it would normally do that. So very much like, okay, can we talk? I want all of you watching on television, lean in a little closer. One of the biggest myths that's prevalent in today's popular culture of the 21st century is the myth of whole grain. Wheat, barley, rye, oats, because they contain a protein called gluten. And gluten is, as I keep saying, BAD, double bad for most human beings. Why? I'm glad you asked. Because gluten molecule is a protein made of amino acids, which is a daisy chain combination. Amino acids are essential nutrients. The body needs them but can't make them. Amino acids are essential for your health. The job of your stomach, it's a laboratory, is to break apart the amino acids inside the gluten protein and liberating the amino acids, giving your body access to the real amino acids that are there that you need. So it attacks the gluten, but the chemical bond that holds the amino acids together inside the gluten protein are very difficult, if not absolutely impossible, for your stomach acid to digest. And some of you are renowned for having weak stomachs anyway. So now most people with weak stomach, that the acid is weak, this is just compounding the problem. Most people, I should say, when they swallow wheat, barley, rye, or oats, the gluten protein remains undigested. And instead of individual amino acids entering the small intestine to be absorbed into the bloodstream, you get a long chain of intact, connected amino acids. And when your small intestines attempt to absorb the undigested long chain amino acids, look out. You've got a lot of problems on your hand or in your tummy. The tissue in the intestine tract, which are responsible for absorbing the nutrients, become damaged. And the problem there is oftentimes not recognized, and then it multiplies. All right? It's like having a vacuum cleaner with a bristle brush, trying to vacuum a string of pearls. And the string of pearls are going to jam up the vacuum cleaner gears every single time. But if the brittle vacuum attempts to suck up individual pearls, there will be no problem. Yeah, running over the carpet will be as smooth as glass. Similar circumstances here is going to happen in the small intestine, which leads to one of life's greatest ironies. Yeah, I said it. One of life's greatest ironies. The consistent consumption of whole grains will hurt you. Not only does it hurt you directly by damaging that tissue that I just talked about in your body, but it hurts you indirectly also because the tissue that is damaged is also what's responsible for absorbing the nutrients. The more whole grains you eat, the less able your body is to absorb the nutrients into your bloodstream. Because all diseases are directly related to nutritional deficiencies. Nutrient deficiencies. Yeah, I said it. The more whole grain you eat, the more likely you are to suffer from chronic disease. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Stop eating them. Yeah. I mean it. Next on my list. And I'm going to continue this as a series because I can't get it all in at one time. Much like eating an elephant or pizza. You don't want to eat it all at one time. So, next on my list, oil and fried food. Oils and fried food. Oil. You got a neighbor? Got a friend? Tell your neighbor, tell your friend, oil oxidizes. Tell them, go ahead, I'll wait. Yeah, oil oxidizes. If you look at an olive oil bottle, canola oil bottle or flaxseed oil bottle, whichever one, any type of oil in a bottle, between the top of the oil and the top of the bottle, there's an air gap. It's there. Check your cabinet. Air contains oxygen. And as the oil sits in the bottle, it starts to oxidize. Yes, it does. And the longer it's in the bottle, the more oxidized it becomes. And when you pour that oil into a cooking surface, you heat the oil. It oxidizes within minutes, by the way. And when you introduce an oxidized substance into the human body, you create inflammation. You create inflammation. Yeah, inflammation. Low levels of low-grade constant inflammation add up. Add insult to injury, and it's only a matter of time when your system can't handle it anymore and something has to break down. When you fry food, this process becomes accelerated remarkably. Oil heated in a deep fryer or whatever you got to put all in. You know the restaurant that throws the fries in there and it goes deep? Those kind of things, deep in oil. Well, it creates a molecule in the food called acrylamide. So when you deep fry a piece of chicken or a potato or deep fry anything that has protein in it, that acrylamide is formed. And what's wrong with acrylamide? I'm glad you asked. You didn't really ask? Okay, you should have. Acrylamide. I'm going to back up. Acrylamide is a carcinogenic. It is a carcinogenic. Say it with me. Carcinogenic. Say it again. Carcinogenic. And when you look at a map of the United States, look at it county by county of life expectancies, the people who have the shortest life expectancies live in the South. The old Confederate South. They have the same doctors, they have the same education maybe, the same water, the same hospitals, the same everything that everybody else in the United States has. So why do they have the shortest life expectancies? Oh, you do live in the South? You need to listen. I'll tell you why. Because in South, below the Mason-Dixon line, fried food is a religion. Get back. Don't get upset. Fried food is a religion. Fried food in the morning for breakfast, fried food for lunch, fried food for dinner. It's just a part of a cultural ethos. The more fried food you eat, the shorter your life will be. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I'm looking at you. The more fried food you eat, the shorter your life is going to be. I'm glad you're taking it well, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Because you're introducing cancer causing substances. Inflammatory, yes, inflammation causes cancer substances in your body all the time. It's not a good idea. And I know your favorite television doctor, aside from me, told you to drink olive oil. Okay, I love Dr. Oz. I love him. I do. But Dr. Oz is a medical doctor trained in cardiovascular surgery. Pay attention. Cardiovascular surgery. That's his area of expertise. If you're attempting to understand the meat and potatoes of medical nutrition, no oil in a bottle is what you need to focus on. That means no salad dressings, no cooking oils, and certainly no fried food. I don't even want you to go, can we talk? Thank you. I don't want you to be on the downwind of fried foods. Yeah. Eliminate them completely. On salads, you can use vinegar instead, or you can use lemon juice, or you can use salt and pepper. Now in health food stores, many of them you can find salad dressings that are oil free. And if you like to cook something in the fry pan, I'm not going to be mad at you. I'm not. But if you are, you can use butter or lard, not Crisco, but lard, Lard, not Lord. Lard is rendered animal fat, rendered goose fat. It's rendered duck fat, rendered pork fat. Yeah, rendered beef fat. Like the French cook with lard, they cook with butter, yeah, or salt. You live longer, you prosper if you do that. Next on my list, red meat. I think I'm going to have to stop here because I think you can't take much more of this heat I'm putting on you. Red meat cooked well done is the preferred way. You will read research every once in a while that relates directly to the consumption of red meat on a higher incidence of cancer, especially colon cancer. Well, our argument is it's not the meat. It's what's in the meat or how the meat is cooked. Yeah, how it's cooked. When you cook red meat well done, you cook it through and through, a chemical is created. Look up that chemical. I'll give you the initials. H, second word is A. This causes inflammation and cancer. If you cook red meat rare or medium rare, you're going to have a problem. So cancer-causing substances, it makes sense, right? The smart thing to do is just stop fighting it. Don't go with the flow. I mean, you don't have to die before your time. If you're a meat lover, cook your meat rare, you're going to have a problem. Yeah, it is. You want to see the blood. You want the cow to go move while you're eating it. Stop it. If you want to use a grill, wrap that meat in foil because you like to see those marks on your meat when you're cooking it. And you're creating a problem for yourself. Okay? So avoid that noise, that white noise that tells you, oh, this is how the barbecue, and so-and-so is the best barbecuer. Probably so-and-so with the best barbecuer is a person that's going to help you get to the grave sooner because of what they're doing with carcinogens. Okay? It's not the meat, but it's what's in it. Okay? It's not the meat necessarily because you can get free-range meats from different animals. Okay? So it's not the meat, but it's what's in it. So I'm going to share with you on a continual basis in subsequent television shows. Okay? But this one, the segment to look for, is Dr. Delagraentiss presents Can You See What I See? Can you see what I see? The gift. And the gift for you tonight is there is a far better way for you to experience health, wealth, and longevity.